People are literally handing over their life savings to strangers doing viral trends. Right now, 1 in 10 Gen Z investors use TikTok as their absolute primary source of financial advice. But here is the terrifying reality hiding behind your screen. Nearly 60% of young investors trusting these quick algorithms end up trapped in high-risk investments they completely failed to understand. Hey friends, Hazel here. Today, we are swiping past the hype and diving straight into the wild west of social media finance. Millions of people are blindly letting a scrolling app build their entire portfolio, but who is really getting rich here? Is your For You page secretly a financial goldmine, or is it just a rigged digital casino designed to drain your wallet? We are going to expose exactly how these viral videos are playing with your hard-earned cash. 1. The FinTok Phenomenon. Young adults today are nearly 5 times more likely to take financial advice from social media platforms compared to older generations. If you walked into a traditional bank right now, you would probably get handed a dense, boring pamphlet filled with confusing corporate jargon. It feels painfully slow, incredibly intimidating, and explicitly built for older people who already have plenty of money. TikTok is the exact opposite. It is flashy, fast, and speaks directly to you. The algorithm feeds you a constant, highly curated stream of 20-somethings flashing luxury watches, driving expensive supercars, and aggressively claiming they retired at minute. This is the get-rich-quick aesthetic, and it is entirely by design. Traditional financial institutions completely failed to capture this younger demographic because they sell years of patience, while FinTok sells the glamorous illusion of instant gratification. But here is the deeply unsettling catch. The booming finfluencer industry operates almost entirely without any regulatory oversight. This means the vast majority of fast-talking creators telling you exactly which stocks to buy hold absolutely zero formal financial licenses. Anyone with a decent smartphone and a cheap ring light can suddenly brand themselves as a genius portfolio manager. They wrap incredibly risky financial moves in trendy audio clips and viral dance moves to make them seem totally safe and easy. And the real-world results are actually terrifying. A major study revealed that over 14% of TikTok cryptocurrency videos contained misleading or entirely false information. You are literally scrolling through a fast-paced digital minefield of bad advice. But worse than just simple bad advice, the platform has become a highly efficient playground for blatant, organized market manipulation. The Securities and Exchange Commission has repeatedly issued harsh public warnings about this exact danger. They are heavily warning everyday investors against ruthless pump and dump schemes that specifically use social media algorithms to artificially inflate microcap stocks and meme coins. Anonymous scammers buy up absolutely worthless digital assets, hype them up to millions of loyal followers, and then instantly sell off their own shares the second the price spikes. This directly leaves everyday viewers holding an empty bag. It is a predatory system treating your savings account like liquidity for their next scam. You think you are finding a hidden gem stock before Wall Street does, but you are actually just the exit strategy for a 22-year-old finfluencer. The game is completely rigged from the very first swipe, designed to quietly empty your wallet while simultaneously racking up their view counts. 2. Anatomy of a viral trade. It takes exactly 3 seconds of watch time for a completely useless asset to become a ticking time bomb on your feed. You see a flashy chart pointing to the moon, and before you can even blink, the algorithmic echo chamber takes over. TikTok does not care if a company is actually profitable. The algorithm only values engagement, watch time, and shares. When a creator hypes up an obscure penny stock with a trending audio track, it violently grabs attention. If you watch that video twice, or just check the comments, the app immediately tags you as an interested bear. Suddenly, your entire feed is flooded with different creators screaming about the exact same token. It creates a terrifying illusion. Because everyone on your screen is talking about it, it feels like a massive, unstoppable global movement. In reality, it is just a highly targeted digital bubble built exclusively around your specific profile. This is the core mechanic of a viral pump. As the algorithm pushes the original video to millions, the fear of missing out kicks in hard. Everyday viewers start throwing in their rent money, and that sudden wave of buying pressure actually forces the price to skyrocket. The hype becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The rapidly rising price makes the original creator look like a financial genius, which violently pulls in even more late buyers. But the crash is already engineered. The early investors who bought in at rock bottom are not holding their shares for solidarity. The absolute second that chart hits a peak, they quietly sell everything. The price collapses instantly, the algorithm casually moves on to a new viral dance, and you're left holding entirely worthless digital dust. 3. The psychology of hype. You will almost never see a viral video of someone crying because they lost their entire tuition fund on a dog-themed internet token. But you will definitely see the one guy who bought a neon green sports car with that exact same coin. This massive blind spot is called survivorship bias, and social media algorithms are heavily weaponizing it against your brain. The app is mathematically designed to strictly prioritize extreme, sensational success stories. It creates a deeply warped digital reality where winning massive payouts feels completely normal and catastrophic losses are totally invisible. When your feed is perfectly curated to only show 20-somethings claiming they became millionaires overnight, your brain quietly starts panicking. This is the pure, unfiltered fear of missing out. FOMO is not just a trendy social media buzzword. It is a highly documented cognitive bias that completely bypasses your logical thinking. When you see a massive crowd supposedly getting rich without you, your primal survival instincts scream at you to jump in immediately before it is too late. The platform brilliantly exploits this psychological glitch. The fast-paced infinite scroll creates a manufactured sense of intense urgency. It makes you feel like, if you do not buy this specific asset in the next 30 seconds, you will supposedly be poor forever while everyone else is partying on a yacht. But you always have to remember the absolute silence of the losers. For every single influencer flexing a luxury watch from a lucky viral trade, there are thousands of completely silent users whose entire portfolios were instantly wiped out. The algorithm naturally buries those boring, depressing failure stories because they ruin the fun and destroy the engagement metrics. People do not excitedly share videos of their bank accounts hitting zero, and steady, slow financial growth definitely does not get likes. This creates a terrifying psychological feedback loop. The more outrageous and impossible the financial claim, the more views it gets. The more views it gets, the more credible it feels to the next viewer scrolling by. You are not actually making a calculated investment based on facts, company earnings, or real market fundamentals. You are just aggressively betting your hard-earned dollars against a highly advanced artificial intelligence that perfectly understands your deepest financial anxieties. 4. The final verdict. So, after peeling back the layers of algorithmic hype and engineered fear of missing out, we arrive at the million-dollar question. Should you let an app famous for lip-syncing teenagers dictate where your life savings go? The absolute, undeniable answer is no. Not just a casual no, but a run in the opposite direction and lock your wallet kind of no. According to recent data from Bankrate, younger generations are nearly 5 times more likely to take financial advice from social media platforms compared to older demographics. That is a massive demographic shift in how money moves. But there is a fatal flaw in this system. You are taking something that requires cold, calculating logic, which is investing, and feeding it into a machine that is explicitly built to maximize emotional reactions. To be completely fair, financial social media is not entirely evil. If you want a quick, entertaining explanation of what a Roth IRA is or how compound interest works, the platform is actually pretty great. It breaks down intimidating Wall Street jargon into bite-sized, digestible pieces. It is a fantastic starting point for building a basic financial vocabulary. But there is a massive, dangerous canyon between understanding a financial term and actually executing a trade based on a 30-second video. When you actually hit the buy button because a creator told you to, you are no longer learning. You are gambling. The fundamental issue is that good investing is incredibly boring. True wealth building is about slow, steady consistency over decades. It is about buying diversified index funds, setting up automatic contributions, and then literally ignoring your portfolio for months at a time. But boring does not go viral. Boring does not get millions of views, and it certainly does not get you lucrative brand deals. Think about it like your daily diet. The algorithmic finance feed is the exact equivalent of an all-candy diet. It gives you a massive, immediate sugar rush of excitement. It feels amazing in the moment, but if you actually try to live on it, you will completely ruin your financial health. Real investing is like eating your vegetables. It is not glamorous, and nobody wants to watch a video of you eating plain broccoli, but it is the only mathematically proven way to grow strong over time. The platform algorithm actively punishes the broccoli content. It buries the sensible, diversified portfolio advice because it cannot hold a viewer's attention for more than 3 seconds. The algorithm demands constant stimulation. It needs explosive growth, secret strategies, and hidden gems that will supposedly double your money by next Tuesday. This creates a toxic environment where the absolute worst financial advice gets pushed to the very top simply because it is the most entertaining. You are matching an entertainment algorithm with your financial future, which is like asking a fireworks technician to perform open-heart surgery. Sure, it will be spectacular to watch, but the outcome will be catastrophic. Your portfolio should be a fortress, not a casino chip. Real financial professionals look at risk tolerance, time horizons, and historical data. They do not look at trending sounds or view counts. When you let social media build your portfolio, you are essentially crowdsourcing your financial security to a room full of anonymous teenagers and self-proclaimed gurus who have zero legal obligation to tell you the truth. If their hot stock pick crashes and burns, they just delete the video. You, on the other hand, lose real money. There is a reason why heavily regulated financial institutions have massive compliance departments that review every single public statement. Real financial advisors are legally bound to warn you about the immense risks of losing your capital. Social media creators, on the other hand, operate in a completely lawless gray area where they can promise the moon, deliver a crater, and face zero real-world consequences. You are playing a high-stakes game of poker against someone who can see all the cards and simply leave the table whenever they start losing. We need to separate entertainment from execution. Scroll through the app, laugh at the memes, and maybe learn a new term or two. But when it comes time to actually invest, close the app. Do your own boring research. Read actual financial statements, or better yet, stick to broad market index funds that have proven themselves over decades, not days. The most successful investors in the world are not doing viral dances. They are quietly reading spreadsheets and letting compound interest do the heavy lifting. Remember that every time you see a flashy portfolio reveal on your feed, you are only seeing exactly what they want you to see. It is a highly curated highlight reel designed to harvest your attention and, ultimately, your money. Do not become the exit liquidity for someone else's digital hustle. Your future self will thank you for being incredibly, unapologetically boring with your money. So, keep your investments dull, keep your scrolling fun, and never confuse a viral view count with a verified track record. If this video helped you dodge a financial bullet, or at least made you rethink that weird meme coin, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Stay smart, keep your money safe, and I will catch you in the next one.